Welcome to tours.com. In this video, we're going to talk about price preview and inventory. Okay, so before you will start this video, I must tell you that before understanding inventory and price preview, you must have watched the videos on entry variations, product versions, and seasonality and surcharges. Alright, so if you have not watched these videos, pause this video, go back, watch those, and then come back here to understand inventory. Alright, okay, so I'm assuming that you have already watched all these topics that I've talked about before. So now currently we have selected the morning departure. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to just go back and select the default version. Alright, so now if we are here in the price preview inventory, you can see that this is the name of the version. Okay, so keep that in mind. This is the version name. Let's go back, just for demo, let's go back and let's select morning departure. Okay, now let's go back down. You can see that this has been changed to morning departure. Alright, so this is the version name. In the inventory, if you want to select a variation, you'll see that there is no variation because currently this version does not have any variation. Alright, so let's just select back to default again, and then this default version it has one variation, adult twin. Now if you come back to the inventory, if you select this, you see that you can choose from the variation list. Alright, so that's a lot going up and down, but in the end it will help you to understand inventory. Alright, so now one problem that you might face if you are using it for the first time, that if you have not selected the variation, then if you just click this bulk transaction, you see that both of them are off. Why? Because there's no, you have not selected the variation, so you have to turn that off and you have to select the variation. So once you have selected variation, you see that this part lights up and modify inventory for adult twin. So this is the variation name that you have selected right here. Okay, so let me just show you how to do inventory without the bulk transaction mode, and then I'll show you how bulk transaction looks like. So currently you can just select one date. So of course below the current date, today is 2nd of April, so below that all the dates are not enabled. So you can just select any date, like for example let's select 7th of April, and then this is the variation of adult twin. Cool. Current inventory 0 available. That means no inventory currently. Then there are two ways of changing the inventory, like you can increase or decrease it. Now I'm going to increase it anyway. So I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to 2 allotments, and then I'm going to run a transaction. Okay, so you see that this inventory is changed increased by 2. If you select another date, like for example 2, you see that the 2 is changed, and then 0 is available, increase, same thing, run transaction, increase by 2. You can also, let me just for the demo's sake, let me just try to decrease 1. Run transaction, you see that it's decreased by 1. Let's select 7th again. Alright, so you see that these informations are available. Cool. Alright, so now let me just show you what a bulk transaction looks like. So if you click this, and be sure that you have selected a variation, okay? Otherwise, both of them will be blacked out. So if you select bulk transaction, that means price preview is visible in bulk transaction mode. What you can do is, if you just hover over this, I'm not clicking anything, I'm just hovering over it, and you can see that this gray kind of background is coming on each date or the section I'm hovering over. So that means that these are the dates. If you just click on this, like for example, if I just click on 15, this all of the dates will be selected. Bulk means that multiple dates, in plain English. Alright, so I've selected all of these dates. Like if I want to deselect it, like click one of any of the tiles. Like for example, if I click this one, it'll just select one date. Alright, so let me do it again. Like for example, I want to select from 13 to 17, all of them. Alright, cool. And then I want to I have to choose a variation. Alright, so be sure of that. Choose the variation. Then I want to increase everyone. All transaction in each date by 3. So 3. Then one transaction, and you can see that each of them is increased by 3. Cool, right? Okay, so this is how inventory works. So before ending the video, I must tell you that before understanding this inventory, you must have watched entry variations, versions, and seasonality and surcharges, because all of these concepts are used here. Okay, like if you don't understand seasonality, you won't be able to understand this part of variations. Okay, and if you don't understand versions, you will not be able to understand variations. Okay, so that'll be it. See you in the next video.